It is the Jack Henke Show with
What's
no
up, Jack?
Bulldog, but we have AJ Mokine.
Yep, bonus time with me. Yeah. How lucky are you?
I am so lucky. Oh man, that you are a classic. Thank God, AJ to the rescue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know it.
What? How are you?
I'm great, man.
Did 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 you know that you are the star of the show today?
I was aware once I saw that email,
And
and I'm floored. I'm thrilled. I'm excited.
you're excited.
Got a lot of content, so good.
Okay, well, why don't you start? Um, Tell me what you want to start with, AJ.
So
Wait. Well, first, let me do the Mr. Bob's Under the Bridge is looking for volunteers for this Saturday morning, please. And AJ, you are a huge Mr. Bob's fan, right?
I am big time Mr. Ross fan.
Okay.
Only thing I wish is that I could make it out to Kosciuszko Park by using Old Transit.
Well,
But
someday we'll figure out the logistics of that. The planning is not going to be easy. However,
yeah.
We will figure it out one way or another.
Yeah.
All right.
Big
So
time. Making another donation next week.
Excellent. What do you like most about Mr. Bob's?
The popcorn.
Oh no! You're supposed to say, "Oh, it's a good cause."
No. In all seriousness, I love being there. It's a great cause. I love meeting them, and every time you go there, you meet new people. So
and they actually act like they like you.
Yeah, you get to hang out with Mr. Bob, but you meet new people as well. So it's awesome. I love it.
Very cool. All right. So Mr. Bob's is a fantastic organization. They're looking for help this
Saturday.
Saturday from it's basically 7:45 to 9:15 or so. It is not an all day thing, and it's very cool. Also, Mr. Bob's has some things coming up on Giving Tuesday. It's right around Thanksgiving, AJ. That's going to be Tuesday the 28th. They're going to have a thing coming up.
So, yeah, the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. Right?
Yeah. So, all right. And then, do you know that Java House has? It's the perfect time of year for
new flavors, right?
New flavors, and they're bringing back an old favorite, which is the Golden Moon Milk, which is choice of milk. You can get coconut milk. You get anything. My daughter, do you know that Margot? You know how sweet she is, AJ. You don't have to agree with that, but she worked at the Java House, kind of.
She did.
Yeah, she loafed there for 3 years. 4 years. 4 years. She was a barista. Anyway, a moon milk, which she loves making. Choice of milk is steamed with turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, black pepper, and other spirits. It's not only holistic, it's holistic. It's not holy shit, it's holistic shit. That's my take on it, AJ.
Right.
As you can tell, it's so good. Each ingredient was chosen to create a truly health supportive cup of warmth. So there.
Dad.
And Margot's no help at all. Mel's. You know what's coming up for Mel's on the 15th? AJ, that's only 2 weeks from tonight.
Chris Herron.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. 2 weeks from last night.
By the way, my day, for everyone who knows, I'll be at Chris Herron. My day consists of school, practice, and Chris.
That's a pretty good day.
I won't be home between the hours. I won't be home after 11, and I'll be home after 9 o'clock.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty full day, AJ.
Yeah, it is. But it's worth it. It's worth it.
Good. All right. And what do you like most about Mel's?
I like just interacting with Mel and interacting with Amy and interacting with Kyle and all the people that work for Mel's. You get to meet so many cool people, and with the big projects he's got going in Saukville, you get to meet so many cool people and be a part of something bigger than yourself. So it's awesome. I love it.
It is awesome. And you're right. Be part of something bigger than yourself. That's a key point. Very well said.
Yeah.
You have a future, AJ, perhaps.
I try, Jay.
You don't have to try very hard. All right. Today, history, birthdays, AJ. Marie Antoinette, you ever hear of her?
Yeah, yes, I have.
Um, um, she is from the French Revolution, 1755. She was born.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah. I didn't know the exact year.
all right, give me a little sports, big guy. What's going?
We'll start with the negative and go to the positive. How does that sound?
Okay, go.
I'm gonna start with the death of Bobby Knight.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a
it's a big story. It happened yesterday, at 83, and happened yesterday at age 83, and you know, for as controversial as he was kind of a pioneer in the game. He kind of brought the game to more popular on TV for college ball.
he.
And
What did you think of him, AJ?
I didn't like him, but I just think he was kind of a asshole. But
He did so many good things.
yeah,
He really did. I mean, a lot of his players graduated. They did well.
Yeah.
But he was such a jerk in so many ways too. He's really a polarizing figure.
His goodness was overshadowed by his what's the word? His
well, he was a bully. You know, kind of a verbal bully. He was smart as hell.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Coach K has fun things to say because he played for him.
Well, he played for him, and he kind of didn't. Wasn't that his first assistant coaching job?
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
So he's a polarizing figure. We'll just leave it at that. So
he was. He coached one of the best college teams I've ever seen, the '76 Indiana Hoosiers, who were undefeated. Interestingly enough,
the current coach is a point guard, right? Is that correct?
The current coach. Who is the current coach?
Mike Woodson.
He didn't play on that team.
He played on 18, though, right?
Yeah. Quinn Buckner. He was good for the Bucks. He was a great college player. They had a lot of great college players. So I mean, he was really, really, really. God, he was a tough. I mean, in a lot of ways you liked him. In a lot of ways you didn't. He had a mesh. He coached the '76 Olympic team. So, I mean, he coached the. What year did Michael Jordan come out? He coached Michael Jordan when he was coming out of college on the Olympic team.
82.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be 82 to 84.
Yeah. So it was 80. So it's probably 84. When did Michael Jordan come out? It was probably 84.
82.
82? Okay.
Yeah, because Michael was, funny story with a little bit of cold connection. Michael was Joe's, Joe Wolf. Michael was Joe's roommate.
Really?
In college.
Okay. And what does Joe say about that?
He said it was really cool. At the time, they didn't obviously know he was going to be what he is, but he said it was really cool.
Yep. Cool. Well, all right. That's enough on I mean, he's a big story. He did everything from helping kids to throwing a chair out on the floor during a game. So you tell me any more polarizing figure of the thing. So anyway, what else you got?
I got World Series last night. It is over, as you like to say. The Rangers, first time in history, won World Series last night. So.
What do you think? All right, many things. Go ahead. I want to hear what you think about this.
I think that it was good for baseball. I think that it's good for baseball to have a first timer. Be nice to know what it's like to win a World Series for the first time. But, we'll know that someday in 50 years.
Well, this is their third crack at the World Series.
Yeah. This is their best team by far.
Yeah, and when you think about it, AJ, think about how the year started for them. I mean, they invested in the big pitcher,
Yeah,
and within a week or two,
he was gone.
he was gone.
Yeah,
And then everybody went, oh boy, the Rangers' luck continues, right?
yeah, right.
So,
They got enough pitching, that's for sure.
well, but so the thing is, they spent money. They didn't spend crazy money. Do you think they spent crazy money?
No, I mean, they spent crazy money on DeGrom. I think it's because of DeGrom's history that it was crazy money, but I don't think it's. I don't think it was an overwhelming contract.
Well, and the other thing is, I mean, they signed Corey Seager. It's not like they don't have a
A budget.
yeah. I mean, they have a realistic budget.
Yeah, right.
I think they have a model that they swung for the fences,
Yeah, right.
pun intended. But they also they didn't not spend like the Brewers.
No, they spent smart.
Yes, I mean that's smart. I mean you're dealing with people. Things can happen. Pitchers hurt their arms.
Yeah, I think that's oftentimes what we forget is like athletes aren't indestructible. It's just not gonna happen. They're not indestructible. They're humans that play a sport for a living. So
And make millions of dollars doing it. And what? All right. Does this the Rangers winning? They were not picked by anybody to win, right?
yeah, right.
Does it give you hope for the Brewers?
It's
Does it
possible.
give you?
It's possible, but I think for the Brewers, you can't patch a bunch of holes with money. It gives me hope, but the Brewers have to do it differently.
How? Tell me how. Tell me what the Brewers can. Let's look at it positively. What can the Brewers learn from this?
Well, just first of all, re-sign your own guys and add a few pieces, and you'll be fine.
Okay. So instead of trying to cheap out on your number one pitcher and fight with him in arbitration,
Yeah,
give him a few extra bucks and make him happy, and then
right, exactly.
have other people join the team.
Exactly. Build around the guys you already have.
I'm not that. I'm still not. Even though they're in the World Series, and even though I picked them once the playoff starts, if you recall,
You did.
I still don't know that their lineup that well. Do they have a lot of high price? They have Corey Seager. They have Garcia. Where did he come from?
Adolis Garcia. I think he was a Red Sox.
Well, what did they just sign him as a free agent? How did they get him? Did they trade for him?
It was a trade.
Okay. Well, they got a smart GM then.
Yeah, they do have a smart GM.
And they got one of the best managers in history with Bruce Bochy.
Bochy got 4 World Series titles now.
The first guy in a while to have him with 2 different teams.
Yeah, right.
And Seager's the first MVP of the World Series to have it with 2 different teams.
The Dodgers and the Rangers, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think it gives me hope that small markets can do it, but then again, Dallas-Fort Worth isn't exactly a small market. So.
No, it's not. How do they draw, AJ? Do you know? Do they sell a lot? I mean, they will sell a lot of tickets now, but how do they sell?
They sell a lot in the middle of the end of the year, beginning of the year, towards the middle of the summer. They don't sell a lot because it's so freaking hot. But in the beginning of the year, they sell a lot. It's beginning of the year, towards the end of the year, they sell a lot. I think they sold out for the World Series. So. Which, by the way,
I would hope so.
Which, by the way, the ratings were freaking terrible.
Well, does that matter?
No, not if you're in the 2 markets.
Yeah, baseball's a sport where the home team. It's never a national game,
No. And there's so many other options by the time the World Series comes on. I mean, I sat in one I sat and watched the Bucks game last night instead of watching World Series. But that's neither. There's so much. By the time the World Series comes on, there's just so many more options.
But it's a great option. I mean, you know, every year I think, I swear, the league championship series are more interesting than the World Series. By the time you get the World Series, it seems like it's like the Diamondbacks finally they realized they shouldn't have been there or something.
I ran out of gas.
Yeah, but boy, were they fun getting there. When they pounded the Dodgers in 3 straight.
That was fun.
That was beautiful.
I
loved that.
It was beautiful.
So they had. So do you think? Were you happy with the way the baseball season turned out this year?
Yes, I was very happy.
Okay. So is there hope for baseball? We talked about baseball. This is a big year for them with all the rule changes. Good year.
I think there's a lot of hope because I think the rule changes sped up the game a little bit, and I think the ratings went up overall, and also don't forget attendance went up as well.
It seemed to me, just from the Brewers games, that there were a lot of empty seats at a lot of the stadiums they played at, and I don't know if that's just. It seems like so many parks have those luxury seats now. You know, they almost look like recliners behind home plate, and it's so expensive for those seats that those are empty a lot. But it must be the common guy.
Well, let's think about this. Pittsburgh doesn't draw. Cincinnati doesn't draw. Chicago, Milwaukee, St. Louis are the 3 that draw. So.
Cincinnati drew, didn't they? They had an exciting young team.
Well, they didn't draw toward the end of the year, they didn't draw very well.
Well, once they were out of it. I mean, Cincinnati's a good baseball town. I mean, the Reds have been.
It's a good town. Cincinnati in general is a good town. I have to say, I've been there once. It was fun.
The thing is, with Cincinnati, with Texas, with some of these markets, it gets so effing hot in the summer that it's hard to go to games.
No, you're right. It does.
You know, it gets hot here in the summer, but not like it gets in Cincinnati or Texas or Houston. I think it's a good year. If Houston doesn't win, if the Dodgers don't win, if the Yankees don't win, I'm happy.
I want to see the Angels win one time. Just win some games.
Well,
I mean, seriously, because I like Trout.
Well, is he going to get traded, you think?
Yeah, he is.
Are the Brewers going to trade for him?
Oh, I sure hope so.
Huh. What would you do if the Brewers traded for Steve Trout?
Backflips.
Is there any person on the roster, the Brewers' current roster, that you would not give up for Steve Trout? Is it Steve Trout? No, Steve Trout's the old pitcher. Mike Trout. Mike Trout.
No, everybody's touchable.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. All right.
What on their current roster or in their current system?
Both. Is there anybody who's untouchable?
Yes.
I know what you're going to say.
Yes.
Don't say it. He's a prospect. Don't say it.
No.
What are you going to say? Go ahead. I can see it. I can see it.
Based on his perspective. They played the same position, so I would give him up.
You would?
I would. Because they played the same position.
God bless you. Okay. Let me ask you this last question on baseball.
Yeah.
Would you trade would you do everything you had to do? We talked about this with Bulldog before. For the Brewers to win the World Series next year if they were going to stink for the next 5 to 7 years. Would you? Would you? Does that mean yes?
Yes. I would.
All right. You're coming around. I said that. You guys both poo-pooed me.
I would because I don't want to be stuck in mediocrity like the Packers are right now.
Packers, they're looking up at mediocrity.
I know. But mediocrity meaning, we're kind of good. We're kind of, at least our coach didn't get fired yesterday.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Is that where you're going next, NFL?
Yeah, I'm going to the NFL next.
Okay, what's going on?
Josh McDaniels, 2 weeks after meeting the Packers, gets fired. I think he got fired more for his usage of Devontae Adams than he.
Listen to this. This is what he got fired for.
Did I hear he got arrested yesterday?
I don't know. Did he?
I heard he got arrested after he got fired or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
That I haven't heard. I haven't seen it come across, but listen to this. The Raiders cleaned house. This is according to The Athletic. The Raiders cleaned house again on Wednesday morning and are now paying their last two coaches.
Gruden and McDaniels?
Yep, $40 million
a piece?
Not to coach, no, total.
Whoa.
Also, they benched Jimmy G. Since
for Purdue quarterback in no foul.
Hold on. Since 2010, they've had 9 head coaches. They
9 in 11 years?
Yep.
13 years.
13 years. They have the second worst record since 2003. They have 2 playoff appearances and 0 playoff wins. 0 since 2003.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
It is the Tuck little curse, my man. Tom Brady's career took off. Charles Wilson went down the drain.
Yeah, since they got screwed.
Yeah, since they got screwed, they've been cursed. They've been cursed by Tom Brady.
Isn't he? He's like, I could hear. Oh, I just got quite a look from my daughter.
That's a thank you, and you're welcome. Luck
Oh,
to you.
AJ, I'm so glad you didn't see what I just saw from my daughter.
What happened?
I'm too nice to you.
Hello. All right.
Yeah.
So, okay, Raiders stink. Are there any teams worse than the Raiders, do you think?
Yeah.
Who? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, AJ heard you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Personal
It's okay.
opinion.
I have my season tickets went up in value because of Taylor Swift. So.
Oh. What? Your tickets went up because of Taylor Swift?
Yeah, because I sold the Chiefs tickets and they went up in value.
AJ, you are a profiteer.
No. Actually, no. I do think we're gonna win this week, though. I do think.
Who do they? Oh, they play the Rams.
Yeah.
When do they play?
Noon.
Okay. Enough about the Packers. I'm tired of talking about them. What about the Badgers?
Oh,
Them too.
I don't think they'll lose another game.
Who do they play this week?
They got Indiana
Indiana. Home or away?
at Indiana.
When do they play, Age?
11.
11 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, God, I hope.
11. They got Indiana. They got Nebraska. No, Indiana, Northwestern, Nebraska, Minnesota. All winnable games. And if they win all their games, they could win the West.
I hope they don't win the West.
I hope they do. I want them to. Progress is progress, my man.
My man. All right. What else you got for sports?
Let's see. We cover Packers. Oh, I know what I was gonna cover. The NBA Cup starts tomorrow. The in-season tournament.
Already?
Yep. It's 4 games. Each team plays 4 games inside their grouping, and the top 8 teams get out of the group stage and go to the finals and semifinals in Las Vegas.
Really?
Yep. And the tournament runs from November 3rd to December 7th.
That's a long tournament, for God's sakes. What are they trying to do, kill us?
It's got a group stage.
Wow.
It's got a group stage, Jack.
Okay. All right. Anything else you got for sports?
Should be fun. What else you got?
Well, not too much. We actually do have a new guest that we're having tonight.
Awesome. New guest. I like it.
Yep. Beaming in from Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. Someone who doesn't, with your expertise, has absolutely no interest in sports, if you can believe such a person exists.
No, that's awesome. I love it.
All right. First time on the show, and first time I've talked to this person in like 4 months. Hello.
Hello.
Kristen Mader is joining the Jack Henke Show.
Oh my goodness.
Hey AJ, this is my friend Kristen Mader. Have you ever heard of Mader's restaurant down near the Fiserv Forum?
Yeah, I have.
She's the big cheese from Mader's.
Nice.
Among other things.
Hey. Hey AJ.
Hey.
AJ, do you like art?
I do.
Because Kristen is actually quite an artist. That's what she is, bringing an artist perspective to us tonight from the Southwest of the United States. What do you think about that?
Awesome. A little different perspective. I like it.
What's going on down there?
Hey. So AJ, New Mexico is one of the lowest and populous states in the country. We don't have any professional teams. We don't have a professional basketball team. We don't have a football team. Clearly, we don't have hockey. The closest thing that we have to a team is at the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque. The college team there, they refer to themselves as the Lobos.
Right.
The Lobos is their name.
Yeah.
And you will see Lobos bumper stickers and whatnot on cars, fans, people who are alumni of that school. But otherwise, not a lot of people come here for sporty reasons.
Sporty. How close? Hey, how close is, or how far to go to Albuquerque? How far is that for you, Kristen?
Well, directly from Santa Fe, it's only an hour. It's nothing.
That's nothing.
No, it's nothing. It's very, very close. And it's not stop and go. It's 75 miles an hour the whole way.
Oh, must be nice.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Very few people here. Very few people.
Well, very cool. And Kristen, what the hell, like Santa Fe, tell us about Santa Fe. What, if someone's going to Santa Fe, what do they need to know? What do they need to what shouldn't they miss when they come down there?
Okay. If you are coming to Santa Fe, it would help very, very much if you bring an appetite. So if you can somehow manage to summon up an appetite before you get here, all the better for your experience. If you have a little sense of adventure when it comes to your palate and you don't shy away from spices, you will also enjoy that very much. Now, let's talk about this word spice for a minute.
Okay.
Some people, they hear the word spice and they think, oh, like heat factor, right? If something's spicy, that means it's really, really high in heat. And if something is not spicy, that means that it's low in heat. But spice doesn't always really mean that. If you've ever bitten into a gingerbread cookie, for instance, it's full of spice, meaning like there's all of these, there's like your ginger, there's your cinnamon, there's your nutmeg, right? There's all kinds of people throw stuff in there. Yep.
Excuse me, H, I think we've talked about gingerbread before. Are you a gingerbread fan?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
Are you kidding? They made us make gingerbread houses when I was in school.
So
AJ does it all.
So, for instance, like a gingerbread cookie can be considered very spicy because it has a lot of ingredients that are considered like derivatives from the vegetable world that provide like an element, like a really interesting and succinct note of flavor. So it's not like you're going to like, take a bite out of a taco or something and your mouth is just going to burn right off your face. It means that there might be like a palate's learning curve, an explosion of yumminess that kind of awakens you. So the culinary scene here is incredible. There's only 80,000 people year round in Santa Fe, but the amount of amazing restaurants here, high and low, is great. Great food trucks and also great 5-star restaurants.
Food trucks, I'm sold, Jack. We should go.
AJ has Italian blood flowing through him, Kristen. Yeah, he is like the head of the mafia in Wisconsin, of course, and unabashedly so. So he has an affinity for Italian. But AJ, do you like Southwestern style food as well?
I do. Especially,
What do you like?
I like tacos.
Do you?
I'm a big taco guy.
Like what kind of taco? Like what do you like for fillings, AJ?
Anything with pico.
So pico.
Yeah, pico. Let's see. Hard shell more than soft.
Yep.
And soft shell, and
The hard
anything with
texture.
yeah, the texture of the hard shell. Yeah, and then there's a lot of like so any variety of taco really. With guac on the side, yeah, would be good. That'd be good.
Yeah, how's the guac there, Kristen?
So one of my favorite places, and it's so consistent. It's only about 7 minutes from my house, and I'm going to give a shout out to Gabriel's. They will make guacamole tableside.
Oh,
they have the perfectly ripened avocados, and they have every bowl next to them of any ingredient that you could imagine. And you say, hey, a little less this, a little more that. I'm not big on onion, but I'm really big on cilantro. And they will just kind of customize it for you. And put a giant bowl in front of you. You'd love it, AJ.
You can personalize your guacamole?
No, they'll make it. It's almost like, I'm really dating myself, but it's almost like in the old days when somebody would maybe come up and do a salad for you, like on a cart with wheels, and kind of create a Caesar salad to your liking. So it's a little bit like that. I hope I'm not making you terribly hungry.
Oh my God.
No, I had dinner, so you're
good.
Well, as long as AJ's good.
Go to the grocery store on an empty stomach.
No
and
kidding.
Don't listen to this show on an empty stomach.
No kidding.
Not either.
We always talk. All right. Slightly off topic, which is where we always go. Today is National Deviled Egg Day.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, first of all, are you a deviled egg person? You, AJ, are you a deviled egg person?
No, but hard-boiled, yes.
Oh, all right. Kristen, are you a deviled egg person?
I've had them, and they're lovely. They can be very artisanal.
Okay. So does that mean you like them or not? They're lovely. Yes. Do you like
100%.
them? All right. Cool.
And I mean, this is a
all right.
a recipe that gets passed down, and it's a party favorite.
AJ, if you had a deviled egg that Kristen made, I'm sure you would love it. I can tell you.
Yeah.
She's got a gift. But Kristen, I'm sorry we forgot to give you the traditional welcome to the show. AJ, what was the first question on your first day on the show that we asked you? You thought it was going to be about sports, but it was?
It was crunchy or creamy peanut butter.
Oh. Wait, are we passing this question along to
you? Yes, because AJ, this is the first question we ask everybody on the show. I neglected to do that. Your first appearance, I apologize. So the question, as AJ said, AJ was expecting some sports trivia question. The first thing he got was creamy or crunchy. What do you say, Kristen?
I say you buy creamy peanut butter, and then you put roasted peanuts on top of it that are fresh and extra crispy, because you'll get the crunch factor, but they won't have been submerged in the creamy peanut butter and maybe possibly gotten soggy and missing out on some of that extra like snap. How's that?
Jack,
she's
a politician.
She is consistent. That is your perfect Kristen answer. You ask her one or two things, she comes in with something, and you know what? It's going to be better than what you ever imagined. And you know what? The thing is, I can't argue with what you said because it
It's
sounds
going to be your
wonderful.
favorite crunchy peanut butter you've ever had.
It sounds wonderful.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Because again, you're personalizing it.
That's right. There you go. It's like your avocado. You do the peanut butter. Okay, so we took you.
Sure. Why not?
We took you off where you're going. So food is great. Gabriel's. Big shout out to Gabriel's. 7 minutes from your house.
Gabriel's.
What else, Kristen? Tell us about Santa Fe. Why else should someone visit Santa Fe, and what should they see?
Okay, so Santa Fe is one of the oldest cities in the U.S.
Really?
Yes, it has a kind of a. It's going to be controversial. It has a founding date of 1610. Now, of course, there were all kinds of people that were living perfectly viable, happy lives here before Anglos came along. So I need to be very, very respectful of what has all come here. But Santa Fe is a bit of a melting pot where you have a very thriving Native American culture, and it's a big deal here. And there's a lot of Native American artists here that are highly thought of and are revered. There's also a lot of like Hispanic Latino families here that have been homesteaders and have set up farming and their way of life. And then of course there's going to be a lot of Anglos as well who have come here. It's the kind of place where, as one of my friends put it, doesn't matter how high you jump, you will not hit your head on the ceiling. Anything goes here. It's very arts welcoming, tons and tons of studios, and lots of festivals. The original Burning Man happened here. I don't know if you know this.
Mm-mm.
They like to call it Burning Man out in the middle of the desert, very close to California, but we've had Zozobra since somewhere in the 19 teens. And it was a marionette that was made out of paper mache and stuffed with all kinds of wishes of anything in your heart that you just didn't want to carry anymore because it just wasn't serving you. It was painful. And you would just write that down because you wanted to get rid of it. And in the town square, you can put that in a certain box and they will put it and they will stuff it into this giant marionette doll, which they create this pagan festival and they dance around it and they burn it. And it's full of mariachi bands, and it's a very interesting festival. But that's been going on here for a super long time. It's an off the grid kind of place.
Okay, AJ, look like you got something. What do you
What
got?
you got, AJ?
I was gonna say we could move a Cindy's Tokyo party to Santa Fe or something.
Yeah,
I think you're coming. I think you're coming to visit me.
AJ's aunt, who loves AJ dearly. I don't know why. Every year,
I don't know why you guys, man.
you know, Bernie Brewer. You know, you've heard of Bernie. Have you heard of Bernie Brewer?
Is that for me?
Chris, yes. Have you heard of Bernie Brewer?
That's the guy that when something good happens for the Brewers, he goes down a slide.
Exactly.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
That guy, right? And he's sort of like a puppet.
Yeah.
Kind of.
AJ's aunt took the Burning Man concept, and it's Bernie Brewer, so she has the Burning Man tailgate every year, which is fantastic. It gets a lot of excitement and fun, right, AJ?
It does. Do
they
Do
call
I have-
her the Bernieing Man?
I even have the shirt on tonight.
Do you really?
Look at that.
Oh, so that really is something.
Yes.
I
And she
can't
isn't
believe.
that clever? She's got the mustache and everything. Isn't that cool? Of all nights for me to be wearing that shirt, I've got it on.
I
know
can't believe
I was hard to read because of those rock hard abs, but still, you could see it.
Yeah.
There was a ripple effect. I had to like kind of swing.
It was a ripple effect, all right.
I can't believe how this just happens to work. Isn't it like life interesting that way?
It was meant to be.
That you start a conversation and then there's these funny circumstances that just tend to show up.
Crazy.
Oh
AJ,
yeah.
AJ, what do you want to ask her?
So you said it's less than 80,000 people. What if someone was let's say someone was gonna come to, let's say someone was gonna come to New Mexico from Wisconsin. I had a friend of mine move from New Mexico, to Wisconsin,
Okay.
and when he was in elementary school, and you didn't really tell us much about. You've told us more about the culture than anything tonight, and I just want to know what's the biggest. What's the biggest? You said it's kind of an off the grid place to live. What's the biggest difference you see in a person from New Mexico versus a person, say, from Wisconsin? What's the biggest difference you see?
Wow, that is just not a straightforward question.
So
I know that.
He's good at throwing curveballs.
Yeah,
Kristen.
AJ, you really got me because I mean, your show is, I don't know, it's only like, I don't know how long it is, but it's not that long.
It's as long as we want it. That's what she said.
yeah,
I mean, that's a complicated question. And then it also comes from like, well, from the point of view of whom, right?
right.
So the only way that I suppose I could answer it is just through my own lens, right? That's the only honest way to answer any question.
Right.
And if I was going to speak on those terms, I would say that there's kind of a freedom and an honesty in spirit that happens here because the social community supports it.
Oh, okay.
There are less people here, and this is just, again, I'm gotta say it, from my point of view, there are less people here that are living an interpretation of a societal construct. And there are a lot of people who elect to come here because they are living not so much from an explanation, but an exclamation, meaning they come here because there is a feeling of freedom to be who you are.
Interesting.
Whereas, I mean, I was born and raised in Wisconsin, and it's an absolutely lovely, lovely place. And but I feel edges there. I feel some boundaries there, and you play by the rules, and everything is going to be great. Doesn't mean like I speed and I do crazy things, but
I do that.
we live that for Jack.
But I think you get to be creative here without having to explain why are you doing what you're doing.
It's just a more.
Is that okay?
No,
I don't know if that resonated at all.
That makes perfect sense.
It does to you, AJ?
Yeah, it's just more open lane of creativity. That makes perfect sense.
Okay.
And AJ would do well in any creative community. He has written a book, Kristen, about, it didn't start out to be a book. It was him journaling.
It was journaling, yeah. Journaling, and it turned out to be a book. It turned out to actually be my autobiography. Believe it or not.
What a journey.
Yeah. I wrote it from my apartment in Sheboygan.
Did you?
Yeah, and it turned out to be an autobiography. So.
Did you know that while you were on that course, or did it start to take on a life of its own and you followed it?
Not a chance. I got, my roommate finally asked me, basically, no pun intended, what the hell are you doing?
Okay.
I was speaking into a computer.
Okay.
And I said, I think I'm writing a book. And he goes, nah. And 2 years later, sure enough.
Yeah. Oh, it really happened.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's got a book, and it's an audio book that his dad does the reading of the book. It's fantastic.
Audiobook is better than the
Isn't that? Oh my gosh! So you even have like a family member who is helping to kind of partake in this.
Yeah, my dad did the audiobook on my birthday.
It's fantastic.
Is that so? I love that story.
Yeah.
Good for you, AJ.
Yeah.
AJ is, and out of all the Bokinis, that's AJ Bokini. There's one that's worth a darn, and that's his mom, Lisa.
Yeah, right.
And she does everything. She props everybody else up. his dad, Doug, sure he did a voiceover, but he's the agent. He's AJ's agent, and he's iffy at best. And AJ is just trouble. So
Yeah.
he's got a couple of brothers. We don't know enough about them, but we still judge him anyway because they know AJ. So they're all. It's quite a clan, and they are all trouble except for Lisa, who's the boss.
Yeah, Lisa's amazing.
She is amazing.
She
is amazing.
She takes me everywhere. She takes me where I need to go. She makes sure I'm where I need to be when I need to be there. Heck, she creates a calendar for me every month of my events that I have going on. So I don't know what I'd do if she wasn't around. So it's crazy.
Thank God for family.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Right. And AJ's got more speaking events coming up. So it's starting to go for him. And we're just going to.
Speaking of events.
Here he is. He's good at self-publicizing.
Have you got something?
I forgot to mention I'm going to be at Mel's next Tuesday.
Mel's
Rotary. In
Mequon. In Mequon?
Yes, sir.
Oh God, that's Highlander country. Nobody likes those people.
Yeah, I was already. I did my part. I was in Cedarburg already.
It's still not forgivable offense. All right, so you're gonna go there on Tuesday.
Yeah, Mr. Bob's is Thursday.
And Thursday, and what are you gonna do at Mr. Bob's? You're gonna supervise the.
I have another donation to drop off.
What are you bringing this time?
Gloves.
Oh.
What is everybody in need of over at Mr. Bob's right now?
If you check out, honestly, it changes, Kristen, but typically what they always need are men's jeans, sizes 28 to 44. But now with the changing of the seasons, they need jackets, they need bedding, they need kids' gloves.
Mm-hmm.
They have a list on Mr. Bob's underthebridge.org that they ask for because they accept things on Mondays from 4 to 6 p.m. and on Thursdays from 5 to 7. AJ's going to be there next Thursday.
Okay.
And then they have the outreach, which is on Saturday morning. But they have the items listed, and they also have a thing. Now you can do it on Amazon. You can do a wish list. They have a wish list for Mr. Bob's. This makes it even easier.
I love that.
Yep.
So
it's huge.
Do you have to make an appointment to bring things to them, or you just show up on those select hours?
Just show up on those select hours, but you need to bring what's on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clean things that are clean.
Right. Gently used. They don't have to be brand new, but gently used.
Sure.
Yeah.
Of course.
And it's in Grafton. So.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It is.
It's awesome. I love it.
Well, I'll be back soon. I'll be back in about 14 days.
Uh-oh. I don't know if we're ready.
10 days. 10 days.
AJ, I don't know if we're ready for this.
We are prepared. We are prepared.
Okay.
You have to meet Kristen in person. She's a tornado. Get ready.
Thanks for giving me the pleasure of meeting you. It was really nice to be on your show, AJ.
Well, she's nice now because you're here, AJ. She's typically not that nice. She's pretty tough.
That's not true.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. I'm typically not this nice either. So
oh my gosh. I don't know what just happened, but I'm trying to behave.
You just joined the club is what just happened. Welcome.
Oh,
You're in. You're in. Well, good. We'll be glad to have you back, right, AJ?
Yes.
Wisconsin, look out. Look out. All right. And then when we have some in-person things, you'll have to come to one of those things, Kristen, and meet AJ in person.
Yeah.
Which is quite an experience.
That sounds good. And may I please announce the next topic?
Yes, please.
And now back to sports.
Oh, God. See what I mean?
That's classic. I love it.
That's classic. All right. All right. Beat it. Nice.
All right.
Well, thanks for joining in. Thanks for the tour. Thanks for the tour of the interest.
Yeah, thanks for the tour of Santa Fe.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, AJ. Thanks, Jack.
Thank you. Good to see you, kid.
What button do I push to go away? That one.
Yeah.
That one.
There's an exit button.
There's a leave button.
Found it.
Yeah. All right. See ya, Toots.
Oh, she's a treat. That was
Yes,
fun.
she is. She's a live wire.
That was fun.
Yeah. See, you think everything's going to go along plan,
No,
AJ?
new episode. Perfect. That was awesome.
Absolutely. Bulldog who? We didn't miss him at all.
All right.
He said he's recording something in the library. I don't believe him.
No, I do believe him because his email sounded pretty sincere.
And we had the author circle last night. You participated in virtually.
I love that. You know, give me the with my basketball schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I get the date early because if I can't participate in person, I'll participate virtually because maybe with the hours it may not be as conducive with my basketball schedule. But if you give me the date early, I can try to sneak in and sneak on virtually.
Okay.
December 6th, I think, is the next one.
It's always the first Wednesday of every month.
Yeah.
And it sounds so easy, but I never keep it straight. But we have to talk about your basketball schedule. We got to get it straight to make sure that we keep you on.
Yeah. So basically, my schedule won't be affected on game nights. Won't be affected on practice nights, but game nights may be affected. So I'll record in the morning, probably, hopefully.
Very good. All right. Do you have any words of wisdom to pass along to Russ or anybody else out there who might be?
Honestly, just keep plugging away. You know, every day is a new day. So if you're having a bad day or having a rough day, having a rough week, tune into the show or go out to Mr. Bob's or go to a cause and find a cause that you are passionate about and go out and make a difference. I guarantee you, if you make a difference in somebody's life for 5 minutes, you'll be happier than you were the previous 5 minutes. So my only thought is go out and make a difference in someone's life, and whether it has a big difference or small difference, it really doesn't matter. Go out and make a difference, and we'll go from there.
All right, AJ. That was pretty awesome.
By the way, tomorrow night, I was surprised already. We have a Barkley recap.
All right. Wait. Tomorrow's Friday. So we're going to be rolling with the Dr. Ben thing. I don't know if we'll be live or not, AJ. So if we don't get it in tomorrow, we'll get it in on Tuesday.
Perfect.
Okay. But we'll get that straight tomorrow during the day.
Perfect. Awesome. Let me know.
Okay.
All right.
All right, AJ. Nice job. You were awesome.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you for listening, America.
Good recap on the sports and other things.
Yeah, it was good. I think it was a good balance tonight. I liked it a lot. So
it was a great balance without Bulldog. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, that's not what I was going for, but yeah.
All right, take care. 7-3, Pittsburgh over Titans right now.
Tennessee.
No more World Series, but hang in there. Go Badgers this weekend. Go Packers this weekend, and hopefully we'll talk to you tomorrow night, AJ. If not Tuesday.
If not Tuesday. Perfect.
All right. Take care. Have a great night.
Thanks. You too.
Peace.
Peace.